What is up, YouTubers? It's time for another episode. It's time for another episode of FPV on the cheap. So, I've been gone for a couple weeks, and that's not due to anything like I'm busy. It's because I haven't gotten anything. The mail's been failing me lately. But this week, I have two things to show you in this episode. Neither of them are going to relate to being out in the field and flying, so if you're here to see my crappy flying, it's not happening today. So, the first object right here in front of me, this is I think it's an RJX Hobby. I think that's what that says right there, RJX Hobby. And it is a little metal tray that has a adhesive back magnetic pad in it. I had to put, you peel it off, stick the pad in there. And what this is good for is when you're doing your builds, if you're like me, I lose my screws to the carpet monster all the time. So it works decently. I mean, the magnet is not very strong. It's not really doing anything for you. But it's got enough of a lip that you can keep it on your bench, and when you're done with a screw or you're, taking apart something that's fiddly, you put all your little fiddly bits in here and put it off to the side so you're not bumping it and knocking it everywhere, and hopefully you don't lose any screws to the carpet monster. So I'll put the link to this down below. It's a decent item. I could live without it, and I do like having it. It's whatever. It's not that great, but it's just a little thing to have on your bench that can make life a little bit easier while you're trying to build. I know that when I build, my entire bench ends up with crap all over it, and I'm constantly going, where did I put the one thing with the one thing, and I lose it. So this is good for that. So that's the first item here. Second item is not something you can purchase. So I've been telling you, I wanted to do some cool stuff with my 3D printer that relates to the FPV community and the hobby. And so what I've done is I've gone on Thingiverse, or Thingiverse. I like Thingiverse. I've gone on Thingiverse, and they have all kinds of drone-related things on there. There's different kinds of frames like this. They have, all kinds of like GoPro mounts, also like special antenna mounts for different kinds of things to adapt your older frame. And you can even type in like specific frames, and things will come up for it. It's not a huge wealth, but there is something out there, and it's nice. It seems to be that like the 3D printing community also happens to be in the drones, which makes sense if you're that kind of person that likes to build things. I feel like a 3D printer would be right up your alley. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and printed off, this is just the bottom half, and I'll leave the link below to the Thingiverse page where you can get the entire thing and see it in all of its glory. The second half is printing right now on my machine over there that's making all that noise. And this is the HXLMES. I don't know if it's supposed to be like Holmes, but with an X where the O is. I don't know. Anyway, it's a 210 millimeter frame, but because it's plastic, it's really, really chunky and really wide. So if you can see these four holes right here, that's for your stack, and that's a full 30 and a half size mounting position right there. I don't even know what to call that. Anyway, it's a beefy guy. So it says it's a 210, but you don't actually have a whole lot of clearance, I believe. And it'll be listed in the Thingiverse. It's very thorough. It tells you all the components that they used, and you can get an idea of the different sizes. I believe this is more of like a 4-inch drone, maybe like a 3-inch. So it's not going to be a super powerful one. I don't expect it to be very durable. And then it'll probably be quite a while before I actually get it built. But just to let you guys know, I'm working on other things besides just this FPV on the cheap. So it's kind of cool. I'm really digging it, and I'm hoping it turns out well. Eventually, I'd like to get a build with it and show you guys some video of it. But for now, that's just another thing to keep an eye out for, and hope you see this one in the future. Maybe I'll at least let you know when I get the other half done and show you how it all goes together. I'm not exactly sure myself at this point because I really don't know how this thing works. But I'll figure it out, and it'll be a fun one, and it'll be just another project out of the many, many projects I already have. So that's it for this week. I think this is the end of episode 14. Sorry it took so long to get back. It's okay. There's only like 3 of you guys that watch this, or gals, or like I said, gender neutral here. Everybody's welcome. So, yeah, I'll get right back to it next week, hopefully. I do have next week's item already here, so, look forward to that. So there will be an episode next week. And that's all I got. I'm going to just keep rambling. All right, that's it. Bye-bye. Boop.